This is Kerri Wachter with Elsevier Global Medical News, reporting from the annual San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium. Joining me is Dr. Stephen Jones, who presented the first planned results from the TEAM trial, which showed a survival benefit at 2.75 years with adjuvant exemestane over tamoxifen in women with ER-positive breast cancer.
This is a very large adjuvant endocrine trial, and this is the first time it's seen the light of day. It's a little bit complicated. The history goes back to 2001 when we planned this trial. There are three aromatase inhibitors, Arimidex, Femara, and Aromasin. And we've had reports on the other two aromatase inhibitors, but we've never had an upfront study comparing tamoxifen to exemestane or Aromasin. So this trial got started a little bit later than the other two major studies. It got started in 2001, and in 2004 we modified this study. And we modified it because we had been involved in another study with exemestane or Aromasin, a switching trial, the intergroup exemestane study, where we compared women who were taking standard endocrine tamoxifen for 2 to 3 years, followed by Aromasin or staying on tamoxifen. And in that study, that switch between tamoxifen and the aromatase inhibitor caused a significant reduction in recurrence rates, reduced second breast cancers, and ultimately actually had a survival benefit. So in 2004, we felt that it was no longer appropriate to just study 5 years of tamoxifen as the control. We felt that the prior study was not really now tamoxifen being switched to exemestane. So we amended the trial in 2004, and this is the amended trial design. And in order to accomplish these goals, we added additional patients. So we now have accrued 9,775, nearly 10,000 women. Is a head-to-head comparison of tamoxifen to exemestane for slightly under 3 years. There's no survival difference with them. There's been no survival difference in any of the upfront aromatase inhibitor trials. What there was is there was an improvement, a reduction in breast cancer events reflected in a better disease-free survival, a significant relapse-free survival, and a difference in time to distant metastases.
So, do you think that this might translate into better quality of life for these women?
The safety profile of aromatase inhibitors, and was true in our trial as well, generally there were fewer gynecologic complaints, there was much less chance of a blood clot, there was no significant cardiac risk compared to tamoxifen. But you do have some arthralgias, arthritis that comes up with aromatase inhibitors, and we saw that as well. So far there was no difference in rates of fracture, and no difference, and not a significant difference in uterine cancers, although there were a few more uterine cancers with tamoxifen, which is expected than with exemestane.
This is Kerri Wachter with Elsevier Global Medical News in San Antonio.